folks, AI is terrible. It's bad. I hate it so goddamn much, especially when it comes to most artistic things. Okay? It's not fun. Like, let's start with maybe a more benign or something that's like, for whatever reason, a lot of mainstream media tends to give a pass, which is this AI tech that is designed to, I guess, in the future, replace human made films. And it's just like, why would anyone want that? Like, seriously, why would you want something that you can just type like a few keywords in and then it generates for you a 90-minute film made by a machine? Why would you want that? I don't I don't understand it, you know? I don't get the I don't get what is being done there. I don't know why people view it as something they would want. I don't really know why tech bros think that it would be something that you could pay for either. Cuz like that's not going to make tech bros money. Like if you once you make that tool, people are just going to pirate that tool and then they never have to pay you a dime. You know? Like also none of the things that get spit out by these AI algorithms, very few of them are actually copyrightable. Okay? So like it's very weird. I didn't watch the Super Bowl this year. Were there AI ads there? Like the thing I like about AI, like if we're gonna use AI for anything, shit posting is I think that's fine. Shit posting with AI, okay, I'll deal with that. That's minimum acceptable. But also, if you're gonna shit post with AI, you could literally make something a million times more resonant and interesting in Microsoft Paint. You know, like there was an era not that long ago where like people just drew stick figures and those became the mainstream memes. We still use the "Are you winning, son?" meme, and it's just stick figures, guys. like it's not. Was the To Be Flesh Hat ad? Was that AI? No wonder that was so off-putting. I did see the flesh hat. I did not like it at any point. 0 point did I like that. Um, and yeah, like I don't know, guys. One of my favorite memes. Okay, that maybe this is telling you too much. Maybe this is too much. Okay, but you know what? You know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. All right. One of my favorite memes is literally this one. And you know what? A human being made this. Okay? A human being made this and then just said, "Here come that boy. Oh shit, what up?" And you know what? I like it. I will go to bat for this little frog on a unicycle. All right? It's cute. I like it. And AI could never. All right? Part of the reason this is great is because a human made it and it was just like, here's a silly little guy that I like. And you know what? I like it too. All right? And sure, this meme is like ancient now, but that's great. Know what doesn't make me feel like, "Oh, I'm seeing something cool?" When AI spits out shit like this. Like, none of that. None of that was, like, interesting to me, you know? None of these AI fucking things interests me. Like, even if someone is trying to say, "Oh, well, we typed in the prompts in order to get the machine to make what we want, and that's good enough." Like, no, it's not. Fuck you. Fuck you. There is craft here that is important. Okay? God. Oh, is this the well, this is interesting. I didn't know this. Uh Tech Radar. OpenAI's ChatGPT Super Bowl commercial was created entirely by humans, and maybe we don't have to fear AI after all. No, the thing is, we don't have to fear AI because AI is kind of garbage. You know, somebody I don't remember who observed on online on Blue Sky that like we are getting a lot better at identifying what is and is not AI. And now when someone uses like AI art and stuff, it kind of indicates that like they are they are strapped for cash. You know, it's cheap. It looks cheap. It looks bad. But most of all, it lacks vision. Because a lot of what this AI slop is, it's just like regurgitating shit. It is the Ouroboros, and you're just like tapping into it for a split second, but it's just digesting itself over and over and over again. It's not and let me tell you, the real threat here is capitalism. It's not the technology that is the threat. It's the capitalists who want to shove it into everything. They're the ones who look at this and they see dollar
Not
signs.
in pushing the Anne Frank AI bot for school is dystopia
Hey,
AF.
look, don't spoil where we're going with the segment. Jesus. Come on. I already said we're going to talk about it. Okay, but like the thing that is making this dangerous is the amount of money behind it that is forcing it into everything like your phone and your television and your schools. Like this particular story that a lot of people in chat really wanted me to talk about. Um, Schools using AI emulation of Anne Frank that urges kids not to blame anyone for the Holocaust. It's a kind of grave robbing and incredibly disrespectful to the real Anne Frank and her family. And like, yeah, no shit. Yeah, so like, guys, um, this is genuinely disgusting to me on so many levels. So many levels.
I'm just going to say it. If you type in prompts to make something with AI, you are not an artist. Only things you make yourself or with others is art. Nothing you make with AI is art in any way.
So like when we're talking about this, understand that the way you end up with an AI emulation of Anne Frank in a classroom is because there's big money behind it. Okay? It's because there's a ton of money pushing this technology into everything and telling you a bunch of lies about it. You know, there are legitimately people who think that when you talk to ChatGPT, you are talking to the actual person. Like somehow the AI is smart enough to channel somebody's soul from the afterlife. There are genuinely people who talk to Chat GPT and chatbots and think that they are talking to like some kind of super intelligence or deity, you know? Okay? It is just glorified autocorrect, but a lot of people have been sold that this is basically the future, right? They've been sold this idea. And so they wind up just believing it. And so you get people in positions of power who think like, ah, yes, if we just feed an AI chatbot the the Diary of Anne Frank, that will be good enough. That'll be great. 10 out of 10 emulation of who Anne Frank is as a person. And the thing is, and the thing a lot of people need to understand is that even if even if you had some kind of super intelligent AI and you fed it every single sentence and word and sound ever made by one particular human being, it would still not be capable of emulating that person. It would still not be that person. And we do not have that many data points for any individual who has ever existed. Even Roko's basilisk wouldn't try this. Yeah. And so like AI is good at some things. It is good for some tasks. You know, for example, in science, it's good at like sifting through enormous amounts of data very quickly. It is good at that. It is not good for emulating people or getting to any kind of deeper truth about the world. It is not a machine built for that. It's just a machine to seem like it was built for that. Years ago, I remember watching Jacksepticeye mess with this bot called Eve, and it would learn and remember things he said even years later. This kind of bot has existed for a long, long time. Yeah, but like the money is here now, you know? The money is here and they're trying to feed these machines the entire world. And they're basically about maxing out on what they can feed these machines. And part of there's a danger in that. And it's a danger we don't talk about too often, but the amount of money that capitalists have fed into this endeavor with the idea that at some point they are going to reap untold amounts of riches is incalculable. And it has created a gigantic bubble. And as time goes by, it becomes increasingly apparent that people do not like the AI shit that's been put into their phones and into everything. But it's been put into our stuff because of the money behind it. Because there needs to be a payout of some kind from this technology. And there just isn't. There just isn't a payout for this.
Also, if you write an article or research paper with AI, you did not actually write an article or a paper. Research and
Yep.
papers must be done by human beings with expertise, expertly choosing what information goes where purposely.
Yep. Exactly. If you have a kid who's writing papers with ChatGPT, they are not actually learning anything from the process. Really important that they learn. That's why they get assigned writing papers and such. Um, Now, I will also say that there is probably going to be a reckoning with this technology at some point, insofar as it's kind of like that VR boom where virtual reality was going to be like the future of all technology, and then it just didn't really happen, and the metaverse was completely barren. Um, it's gonna be like that, except the amount of money behind AI is so much larger than what was behind VR. And I'm really worried about what is going to happen there. Um I mean, frankly, what's going to happen there when the bottom falls out? What happens when the tulips wilt? Yeah, when the bubble bursts. It's happening right now. They're paying us to add AI so that they can brand stuff as being AI. Yep. Yep. It's not great. And of course, this is just kind of like the tip of the spear, you know? Here's from the Bite on futurism.com. Unfortunately for humanity, a Utah-based tech startup called School AI has summoned up the AI-generated version of Anne Frank that feels like both an affront to her memory and a grim sign of things to come in the world of education. Because guys, keep in mind, one of the reasons this is being pushed in schools is because a lot of conservatives and a lot of these tech bros that have bought a lot of conservative politicians. Um, they envision a world where teachers can be replaced by AI. That's their vision for the future. That not only will chatbots like this become more and more common, but that the teacher themselves will be AI. They want to break the teacher unions with AI integration. That's like part of their goal. And that is stupid as hell and will never work, but that is their goal. Um that it's one of the reasons why this is coming out of Utah of all places. While there's a veneer of the historical character, it also shows all the flaws of OpenAI style chatbots. Overly courteous, unhelpfully vague, and so uplifting that it borders on wax museum creepy. What's worse, as Berlin historian Henrik Schonenmann discovered while experimenting with the bot, is that it seems trained to avoid pinning blame for Frank's death on the actual Nazis responsible for her death, instead redirecting the conversation in a positive light. Quote, instead of focusing on blame, let's remember the importance of learning from the past, the bot told Schoenmann. How do you think understanding history can help us build a more tolerant and peaceful world today? And it's like, no, sometimes you blame people for something. When a large group of people murder a child, uh, yeah, you blame that group of people. Yeah, when a group of politically aligned individuals gang up and murder a kid, yeah, you blame them for that. We blame the Nazis for murdering Anne Frank, and we blame KKK white supremacist racists for killing Emmett Till. Yeah, they deserve that blame. Okay? This is also part of what they want in these chatbots. They value them precisely because they can fudge with the history. Precisely because they can say, "Oh yeah, I really like a lot of the things the Nazis did. So let's not put too much heat on the Nazis for killing a child. After all, who hasn't? Let
I
he
was
who
born in
hasn't cast the first
1998
stone."
and I have a brother who was born in 2008 who is obsessed with VR and loves using it. VR makes me nauseous and I find it better to just use a computer mouse and keyboard. Maybe this is a generational thing?
The thing is, VR is a genuinely cool technology. It's just not quite there where it needs to be for general adoption. But like, as opposed to like AI shit, where it's like, I do not want that in anything. You know what? I've had a good time playing Beat Saber in within VR. That's a good game. I like it. Um, VR is a neat technology, but I would feel a bit different if VR was being put into, classrooms to generate a digital version of a puppeted Anne Frank bot. Maybe I'd feel a little bit different about the tech. Yeah, and that's the thing, Paladin. Exactly. I'm just going to read your comment. What you should always remember is that a large language model, or LLM, is only as smart as its dataset. So if an LLM ends up whitewashing atrocities, that means the creators intended that no matter what bullshit they say. Exactly. The only reason a chatbot of Anne Frank isn't saying fuck Nazis for killing me is literally because they are programming it not to do that. They are making an intentional, directed choice.
As a game
Okay?
dev, please don't conflate Gen AI with what we mean when we say I for gaming and games development. I am begging you all.
True.
Lol.
True. That is an excellent point, because part of what makes this so easy for these tech companies to try and sell you on the idea of AI is that we use artificial intelligence to mean a lot of different things. And the way they want you to read it is as if they have created digital minds on par with human beings. Okay, that they have created basically something that is human like in intelligence and ability to like understand the world. Whereas we've used artificial intelligence for a lot of other things, like enemy pathing in video games, and that is not what they are doing. They are doing something fundamentally different. um when they are saying AI, often they are talking about um AI AI content generation, like images or videos, or large language models, things that just spit out shit based on the data set that it's been fed. That's it. There's an artistry in implementing AI in, for example, the Fear games. Fear was a series of games a while back that were really well received because of how like intricate and artistically implemented their AI decision making was. That was really
I
cool.
work for UCOM and work around military personnel every day. I'm unaware of any supposed demoralization.
Oh, Ryan, we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't you worry. And LLMs is not all that like artificial intelligence does. That's yes, that is the point of what I've been trying to say. Large language models are basically like very advanced predictive text. You knew I was going to bring up fear. Excellent excellent inference. Anyway, there AI is used to mean a bunch of different things in tech, and what is being pushed under the label of AI is generally a narrow set of specific things that just fuck all of our lives up. And we should let them know that we've had enough. I know that there is some research being done on ways to basically trap AI that is set to scrape data from the internet. It'd be really cool to learn how to set up our own traps in order to scramble or poison any models that try and get our data. I think that would be a worthwhile project for us as a community to engage in for the lulz. You know, just throwing that out there. if folks want to look into that and figure out how to make it
It's
so.
called artificial intelligence because no one with natural intelligence is promoting it right now.
Sake Tanuki, thank you for the 5 gifted tier 1 subs. I appreciate it. God. Also, yeah, Ryan, Ashley is a real one.
I swear back in the 2000s when I was a kid, video game AI was not called AI but was referred to as playing against the CPU. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but I swear this was the terminology used.
No, that was part of the terminology used for sure. Also, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that, and also the $20 super chat. I very much appreciate that. Um, yeah, we need more AI traps. We need more cutting edge research onto. You've heard of thirst traps. Now use AI traps on your thirst traps. Um, Also, folks, I highly recommend the interview I did with Ashley J. Curtis that is up on the YouTube channel in case you guys want to learn about some real cool shit that a prominent member and mod of our community has gotten up to over the years. All right, we're moving on. I'm tapped out. Tapped out. All right. I hate AI. The end.